Confidence and calm. These are two qualities everyone seems to chase. We read about them, we watch videos, we try meditating, journaling, positive thinking. Yet, so few people truly embody them. Why? Because the path to genuine inner confidence and unshakable calm is not paved with comfort or easy answers. It is built on harsh truths most people spend their entire lives avoiding. But if you want to live above petty drama, insecurities, and emotional storms, you must face these truths head-on. Not once, but daily. This is not motivation. This is philosophy. These are the 5 harsh truths about becoming confident and calm. Welcome to modern Stoicism. Number 1. No one is coming to save you. One of the harshest and most liberating truths you will ever confront in this life is this: no one is coming to fix it for you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your partner, not society. Even those who love you cannot save you from yourself. Even those who wish you well cannot walk the road you refuse to walk. Yes, people can support you. Yes, people can offer advice, encouragement, and temporary comfort. But at the end of the day, when the room goes quiet, when the distractions fade, and when you are alone with your own mind, the responsibility remains yours entirely. No one can hand you confidence. No one can give you peace. No one can carry the weight of your indecision, your fear, your insecurity, or your untapped potential. At first, this truth feels cruel. It feels cold. It feels like the world has abandoned you. But in reality, this is not abandonment. It is reality inviting you to wake up. Because hidden within this brutal truth is a quiet kind of power. The power to begin. The power to stop waiting. The power to stop blaming. The power to stop explaining away your weakness with excuses. The power to reclaim ownership over the only thing you ever truly controlled, your own mind. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He wrote, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you look there." He understood that confidence is not given. It is discovered. Calm is not something others protect for you. It is something you cultivate from within. Most people waste years waiting. Waiting for permission. Waiting for someone to see their pain. Waiting for external circumstances to change so they can finally feel ready. But those who walk the Stoic path understand you're ready the moment you choose to be. Not because it feels easy, but because it is necessary. Confidence is not born in rescue. Calm is not built in comfort. These qualities are forged in the quiet, private decision to face life on its own terms, without complaint, without self-pity, without relying on someone else to make it easier for you. The harsh truth is, you must save yourself, over and over again, through your habits, through your self-discipline, through the thoughts you allow and the actions you take. You must do it in silence, without applause, without recognition, without waiting for approval. And this is why you are capable. Because the strength you seek is already inside you. Waiting. Waiting for you to stop searching for someone else to do what only you can do. Waiting for you to rise. No one else can do it for you, and that is exactly why you were made to do it. 2. You will be misunderstood. If you desire to walk the path of confidence and calm, prepare yourself for this. You will be misunderstood. Not sometimes, not occasionally, but often. Maybe even by the people closest to you. Why? Because true calm looks strange to a world addicted to chaos.
True confidence appears arrogant to those who live in insecurity. Silence can look like weakness to people who mistake loudness for strength. Your refusal to explain yourself will irritate those who demand your validation. Your ability to walk away without drama will confuse those who thrive on attention. Understand this deeply. When you outgrow the need to be liked, to be approved of, to be understood, you frighten people who are still shackled by those needs. Marcus Aurelius knew this when he wrote, "Don't waste the remainder of your life worrying about what others think of you, because the moment you stop living for the opinions of others is the moment you begin living for yourself. But this choice is not free. You will pay for it in misunderstanding. Some will call you distant. Some will call you cold. Some will say you're hiding something, when in reality, you are simply done performing. And here is the harsh truth. You must let them. You must let people misread you. You must let people invent their own stories about you. Because trying to correct them, trying to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, this is a battle without end. The Stoic does not waste energy explaining. The Stoic does not seek applause. The Stoic does not chase validation. They live by their principles, and they let their actions speak silently, powerfully, without need for interpretation. When you embrace this, you free yourself from a great burden, the burden of being understood by everyone. Not everyone deserves access to your inner life. Not everyone has earned the right to understand your choices. Confidence does not need to convince. Calm does not need to announce itself. You will be misunderstood. Smile quietly and keep walking, because your peace was never theirs to approve.
3. Emotions will always exist. Mastery is the goal, not erasure. Another brutal truth on the road to confidence and calm is this: you will never escape your emotions. No amount of philosophy, meditation, self-help, or therapy will erase the fact that you are a human being, and human beings feel. You will still experience anger. You will still feel sadness, doubt, fear, frustration, jealousy, and pain. These feelings do not vanish just because you've read Marcus Aurelius or practiced Stoicism. Even the greatest Stoic emperors and philosophers struggled with emotion. The difference is they sought mastery over it, not denial of it. Modern society often preaches a toxic illusion that true calm means never feeling disturbed, never having moments of weakness, never wavering. But the Stoics knew better. Calm does not mean the absence of inner storms. Confidence does not mean the absence of fear. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You cannot control whether a feeling arises. You can only control whether it commands you, whether it drives your actions, whether it makes your decisions for you. The true goal is not to erase emotion, but to understand it, to pause, to observe, to separate fact from feeling, to ask, does this deserve my attention? Does this deserve my energy? Will this feeling build my character, or will it destroy my peace? Mastery looks like this. You feel anger, but you do not lash out. You feel sadness, but you do not drown in it. You feel fear, but you proceed anyway, with clarity and resolve. This is the discipline the Stoics preached, not to be free of emotion, but to be free from slavery to it. The harsh truth is this: you will always feel, but you do not always have to react. You cannot control the world, but you can control your response to the world. This is why calm is rare, because it requires vigilance, because it demands patience,
because it insists you rise above the instinctive pull of every passing mood. Confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to move forward anyway. Calm is not the absence of storms. It is the refusal to let them sink you. Mastery, not erasure. Control, not denial. Awareness, not repression. This is the path. This is the work. 4. You must outgrow your old self. One of the hardest parts of growth, and one of the harshest truths about becoming calm and confident, is this: you cannot stay who you've been. People speak often of growth, but rarely do they acknowledge what growth truly requires. It is not simply about learning something new, or adding new habits, or acquiring new knowledge. It is about letting go. Letting go of the parts of yourself that are no longer aligned with who you wish to become. The insecure version of you, the one who chased approval, feared judgment, over-explained, over-apologized, and lived for others, cannot survive the journey toward confidence. The reactive version of you, the one who lashed out, blamed others, clung to petty grievances, cannot coexist with inner calm. The fragile version of you, who needed constant reassurance, who avoided discomfort, who feared solitude, cannot walk alongside your stronger self. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." What he meant is, growth is not prevented by the world. It is prevented by our attachment to comfort, to the familiar, to the known. And often what is most familiar is our old self, the identity we've clung to out of habit, out of fear, out of laziness. But growth demands sacrifice. You must give up your past self. You must shed the skin that no longer fits. You must bury outdated beliefs, discard limiting narratives, and release the excuses that once protected your weakness. The harsh truth? You cannot hold on to who you were and step fully into who you are meant to become. You cannot simultaneously seek peace and cling to the chaos that once felt like home. You cannot walk forward while staring backward. Outgrowing yourself is painful. You will grieve the version of you that tolerated things you no longer accept. You will outgrow certain friendships, certain environments, certain habits, not out of arrogance, but out of necessity, because you finally see them no longer serve your highest good. Calm requires this shedding. Confidence demands this evolution. You will become quieter. You will become more selective. You will become more focused, less reactive, and less willing to participate in things that drain your peace. Outgrowing yourself isn't rejection. It isn't betrayal. It is the natural order of becoming. It is the price of stepping into strength. You cannot rise without letting something fall away. You cannot become without letting something die. This is the work. This is the way.
5. Peace requires constant work. One of the greatest misconceptions about inner peace and confidence is this: that once you find them, they are yours forever. That they are permanent states you reach, like crossing a finish line. But this is not how life or the mind works. Peace is not a destination, it is a discipline. It is not something you stumble upon by accident. It is something you build, something you maintain, something you protect, moment by moment, day by day. Most people think they will feel calm when life becomes easier, when their bank account is full, when their relationships are perfect, when there is no stress, no uncertainty, no adversity. But the Stoics understood life will never offer you this. There is no final moment of arrival where the storms of existence suddenly stop. Epictetus wrote, "No great thing is created suddenly." He was not just speaking of wealth or skill
or reputation. He was speaking of the inner fortress, the strength of character, the mastery of emotion, the clarity of thought that builds true calm. Confidence requires maintenance. Calm requires attention. Both require discipline. Without vigilance, inner peace decays. Without boundaries, your time and energy are stolen. Without reflection, old habits return to haunt you. This is why so few sustain what they briefly achieve. They confuse moments of clarity for permanent transformation. But the Stoic understands the work is never finished. Peace is earned anew each morning in the habits you keep, the thoughts you entertain, the discipline you practice when no one is watching. It's found in how you speak to yourself when you fail, in how you respond when others provoke you, in how you guard your energy from things that drain your focus. Confidence is not loud. It is built in the quiet, invisible rituals of self-respect. Calm is not passive. It is defended by the choices you make about where you place your attention and how you govern your inner world. The harsh truth? No one can hand you peace. No one can sustain your confidence for you. And the world will never stop testing both. But this is not a burden. It is an opportunity. Because the more you practice, the stronger you become. The more you choose peace, the more natural it becomes. The more you protect your inner world, the less the outer world can disturb it. Peace is not given. It is built. Daily. This is the practice. This is the reward. When we first hear these harsh truths, they sound heavy. They sound cold, unforgiving. They strip away the comforting illusions we so often use to shelter ourselves, that someone will come fix us, that everyone will eventually understand us, that one day we'll stop feeling doubt, fear, or anger, that we can keep who we've been and still become who we want to be, that peace, once found, will keep itself without effort. But once the sting of these realizations fades, something else emerges. Clarity. And through clarity, freedom. Because when you stop expecting the world to carry you, when you stop needing others to validate you, when you stop trying to silence your feelings and instead learn to master them, when you willingly let go of the old self, no matter how familiar, when you take responsibility for maintaining your own peace, you become untouchable. Not untouchable in the sense that pain cannot reach you, but in the sense that pain no longer defines you. Not untouchable in the sense that life will always be kind to you, but in the sense that you no longer need life to be easy to remain steady. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they never promised us a life free of struggle. What they offered us was something better. The tools to meet life's struggles with strength. The mindset to withstand whatever comes without losing ourselves. The perspective to see that no external chaos can disturb the peace we cultivate within. That is what calm truly is. That is what confidence truly means. It's not about being loud, being seen, being praised. It's about knowing who you are, quietly, firmly, without apology. It's about carrying peace with you, not waiting to find it outside yourself. So ask yourself now, are you ready to stop waiting? Are you ready to stop blaming? Are you ready to face the discomfort of truth and through it discover real strength? Because this is the Stoic way. Not easy, not soft, not popular, but enduring.
quiet, powerful, free. Thank you for watching. This is Modern Stoicism.